As you sit in your bustling city apartment, surrounded by the hum of Wi-Fi routers and glowing screens, your body is quietly picking up signals from the world around you. Electromagnetic whispers from every living thing, from the trees outside your window to the plants in your local park. Science backs this up. The HeartMath Institute has shown our hearts can sense the electromagnetic fields of trees from over 50 feet away, yet most of us feel nothing. It's like we're hardwired with the same instincts as migratory birds navigating thousands of miles or dolphins chatting across ocean waves, but modern life has dulled that primal connection. Studies revealed that just 15 minutes in an old-growth forest can sync your brainwaves with the Earth's rhythms, a skill Amazonian trackers still use to predict weather or find water. But urban noise, cell towers, concrete, endless notifications has drowned out this ancient ability. The good news? You can wake it up. Hidden in the wisdom of ancient Egypt, a 4,000-year-old technique called Thoth's tree talk method holds the key to reconnecting with nature's intelligence. Ready to unlock this forgotten superpower and talk to the trees? Keep watching. This is where it gets wild. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a forgotten world, where the sands of time have buried secrets that could change how you see everything. Back in 1925, in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, archaeologists stumbled upon something extraordinary, a sealed chamber hiding papyrus scrolls that weren't just relics, but a map to understanding the universe. These weren't your average ancient doodles. The scrolls detailed tree root systems with a precision that left modern botanists scratching their heads. Imagine intricate diagrams, drawn 4,000 years ago, mapping the sprawling roots of trees against the star patterns of the night sky. The accuracy was mind-blowing, mathematical precision that wouldn't be matched until the 1970s with high-tech equipment. But here's the kicker. These weren't separate sketches. The Egyptians had overlaid the roots onto star maps, creating a unified blueprint that wove together the cosmos and the Earth. It was as if they saw the universe and a tree as two sides of the same coin, whispering a truth that modern science is only now catching up to. This discovery wasn't just a historical flex. It validated a body of knowledge tied to Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom known to the Greeks as Hermes Trismegistus. Thoth wasn't some mythical figure spinning fairy tales. He was credited with handing down a practical guide to how the world works. His teachings, etched into what's called the Emerald Tablet, have been brushed off by academics as medieval mumbo-jumbo, but that's where they miss the mark. The Emerald Tablet isn't poetry or religious dogma. It's a technical manual for decoding the intelligence of nature. Its core idea, as above, so below, isn't just a catchy phrase to slap on a vision board. It's a precise description of how everything in existence, from the tiniest quantum particle to the vast web of galaxies, follows the same organizing patterns. For you, a hustling entrepreneur, a freelancer grinding late nights, or a content creator chasing the next big idea, this isn't abstract philosophy. It's a framework that can unlock creativity, clarity, and connection in ways you've never imagined. Let's break it down. Look at a fern leaf in your local park. Notice how each tiny leaflet mirrors the shape of the whole frond, which mirrors the entire plant. That's not just a cool design quirk. It's a fractal pattern, a self-repeating structure that shows up everywhere in nature. Now think about your own body. Your arteries branch into smaller vessels, then into capillaries, following the same mathematical rules as a river delta carving through a landscape or lightning bolts cracking across the sky. Scientists see these patterns in the cosmic web of dark matter linking galaxies, too. The ancient Egyptians didn't have telescopes or microscopes, but they recognized this universal blueprint. They saw that consciousness, your thoughts, your intuition, the spark that drives your next big project, follows these same fractal rules. It's not random that your best ideas often hit when you're out for a walk, surrounded by trees. Your mind is tapping into the same organizing intelligence that shapes the universe. Trees, though, are where this gets really wild. They're like living masterclasses in this as above, so below principle. Take a maple tree in your neighborhood park. Its canopy spreads out above ground, mirroring its root system below with stunning precision. The branching angles, the way it grows, even the rhythm of its seasonal cycles, it's all a perfect reflection of what's happening underground. This isn't coincidence. It's the architecture of natural intelligence. For someone like you, building a startup or crafting content that stands out, this is a lesson in balance and structure. Trees show us how to be grounded yet expansive, stable yet always growing. Qualities every entrepreneur needs to thrive in chaos. But the Egyptians took it further. They saw trees as more than just symbols. They understood them as biological antennas, channeling energy between the earth and the sky. Modern science backs this up. Researchers like Dr. Andrew Goldsworthy at Imperial College London have measured electrical fields generated by tree roots, showing how they interact with the Earth's electromagnetic grid. Picture a forest as a giant network, buzzing with signals that span entire ecosystems. The Egyptians called trees living pillars, connecting the sky, the realm of Nut, to the earth, the realm of Geb. They weren't being poetic. They were describing a real, measurable phenomenon. Trees conduct electrical currents, influencing local weather patterns, ion distribution, and even cloud formation. For you, hustling in a concrete jungle, this is a reminder that nature isn't just a backdrop. It's a living system you can tap into for clarity and inspiration. This knowledge was so powerful that it became the cornerstone of ancient mystery schools, from Egypt to Greece to the Celtic Druids. They didn't just admire trees, they studied them as gateways to a deeper intelligence. The Egyptian scrolls weren't just art, they were a roadmap for aligning human consciousness with the natural world. As a content creator, you know the struggle of breaking through the noise to connect with your audience. Imagine applying that same principle to connect with the world around you, not just to find peace, but to unlock insights that give your work an edge. The fractal patterns in trees mirror the neural networks in your brain, the fungal networks underground, even the cosmic web holding galaxies together. When you align with these patterns, you're not just thinking, you're syncing with a system that's been solving problems since before humans walked the earth. For you, the entrepreneur grinding through late-night strategy sessions or the freelancer juggling multiple gigs, this isn't just theory, it's a game changer. The same patterns that guide a tree's growth can guide your decision-making. The stability of a tree's roots can teach you how to stay grounded when your startup hits turbulence. The way a tree reaches for light while staying anchored can inspire you to balance ambition with resilience. The Egyptians understood this, and their wisdom, preserved through Thoth's teachings, offers a way to reconnect with that intelligence. It's not about escaping your busy life, it's about enhancing it. By tapping into the fractal nature of consciousness, you can find clarity in the chaos, whether you're pitching to investors, brainstorming your next YouTube video, or navigating the uncertainty of a new venture. This ancient knowledge isn't locked in a museum. It's alive in every tree you pass on your morning jog. The challenge for you, as a driven 20 or 30-something in the US, is to slow down just enough to notice. The scrolls from the Valley of the Kings weren't just about trees. They were about seeing the world as a connected system, where your mind, your work, and the natural world are all part of the same pattern. Thoth's teachings, distilled in the Emerald Tablet, give you a framework to access this intelligence not through mysticism, but through a practical understanding of how nature organizes itself. As you hustle to build your brand or launch your next project, imagine what could happen if you could tap into a system that's been innovating since before humans walked the earth. That's the power of Thoth's Tree Talk method, a bridge between ancient wisdom and your modern grind, waiting for you to cross it. Picture yourself on a morning jog through a city park. Weaving between towering oaks and maples, Your sneaker is crunching on gravel as you chase that elusive moment of clarity before another day of pitching ideas, editing content, or scaling your startup. You're a freelancer juggling deadlines, an entrepreneur chasing investors, or a content creator hunting for the next viral spark. Amid the hustle, you might not realize that those trees aren't just scenery. They're alive with a kind of energy that can shift how you think, create, and grow. Trees aren't more than bark and branches. They're biological powerhouses, acting like giant antennas that channel electric currents between the earth and the sky. For you, grinding through the chaos of modern life, this isn't just nature trivia. It's a game changer that can plug you into a deeper source of inspiration. Let's get into the science, because this isn't some feel-good theory. It's grounded in research that's turning heads. Dr. Andrew Goldsworthy at Imperial College London has shown that trees generate measurable electrical fields through their root systems, pulsing with energy that ties into the planet's electromagnetic grid. Think of it like a hidden Wi-Fi network, but instead of streaming cat videos, it's broadcasting signals across entire forests. These fields aren't weak. They're strong enough to create a communication network that spans ecosystems, linking trees to each other and to the world around them. Imagine that oak outside your co-working space, or the pine you pass on your weekend hike. It's not just standing there. It's humming with electric vibes, connecting the ground beneath your feet to the atmosphere above. This isn't a new discovery, though. It's ancient wisdom dressed in modern lab coats. The Egyptians, over 4,000 years ago, got it. Their texts didn't just call trees living pillars for poetic flair. They saw them as actual conduits linking the sky, their goddess Nut, to the earth, the god Geb. They understood trees as electromagnetic hubs, facilitating energy exchanges that science is only now proving. Atmospheric physicists today back this up. Trees influence local weather patterns, shuffle ions around, and even play a role in cloud formation through their electric signatures. Ever feel a buzz in the air before a storm? That's trees, modulating the atmosphere's energy like nature's own meteorologists. For you, the entrepreneur burning the midnight oil, this means the natural world isn't just a backdrop, it's a dynamic system you can tap into for clarity and focus. This knowledge wasn't lost after Egypt. It was preserved, passed down through the ages in secret schools that guarded its power. From the Eleusinian mysteries in Greece to the Druidic circles in Celtic lands, ancient cultures knew trees were more than plants. They were gateways to a deeper intelligence, a way to align human consciousness with the rhythms of the earth. These mystery schools didn't just meditate under trees, they studied them, recognizing their role in a vast network of natural communication. As a content creator, you know the value of a good story. This is one the ancients told through rituals and symbols, a story of connection that's still relevant when you're brainstorming your next big idea. Now, let's zoom out to see how this all ties together. The patterns that make trees such powerful conductors show up everywhere in nature, from the spiral of a nautilus shell to the double helix of your DNA. The caduceus, that ancient symbol of two serpents winding around a staff, isn't just art. It's a map of how energy and information move through living systems. You see it in the way your heart's electromagnetic field pulses, or how a hurricane swirls, or even in the arms of a spiral galaxy. These aren't random coincidences, they're the fingerprints of a universal organizing principle. For you, the freelancer juggling multiple gigs, this is a reminder that the same patterns driving your best creative moments are at work in the natural world. When you're stuck on a project, those trees outside your window might just hold the key to unlocking your flow. Here's where it gets even more mind-blowing. Trees don't just sit there radiating energy. They're part of a living internet called the Wood Wide Web. Deep in the forests of British Columbia, ecologist Suzanne Simard uncovered something that flipped science on its head. Beneath your feet, a network of fungal threads, thinner than spider silk, connects nearly every plant in a forest. This isn't random. It's a deliberate system, like a biological social network where trees trade resources and information. A massive Douglas fir, what Simard calls a mother tree, can funnel nutrients to dozens of seedlings through these fungal highways. When spring rolls around, smaller evergreens send sugars back to the big trees.
It's a give-and-take economy that makes Wall Street look like child's play. But it's not just about sharing food. Trees talk. When one gets hit by insects, it sends chemical distress signals through the fungal network, warning others to beef up their defenses. Picture an acacia tree in Africa. When a giraffe starts munching, it pumps bitter tannins into its leaves, and within minutes, nearby acacias do the same even before the giraffe gets to them. Scientists at Tel Aviv University have even recorded plants making ultrasonic clicks when stressed. A tomato plant screams differently when it's thirsty versus when it's cut. This is nature's group chat, and it's been buzzing for millions of years. For you, the startup founder navigating a cutthroat market, this is a lesson in collaboration. Trees don't compete to death, they communicate to thrive. This Wood Wide Web isn't just a cool fact, it's a system you can plug into. Your body, with its own electromagnetic field, is built to interface with this network. Studies show that just 15 minutes in a forest can sync your brainwaves with the Earth's rhythms, dropping your stress levels and boosting your immune system with chemicals like phytosins from trees. As a content creator burning out on tight deadlines, imagine what tapping into this could do for your mental clarity. The ancient Egyptians and mystery schools knew this, not as folklore, but as a practical tool for living better. They saw trees as partners in a conversation that's been going on since life began, and they left us the blueprints to join in. For you, hustling in a world of endless notifications and urban noise, this is more than a nature documentary. It's a call to reconnect with a system that's smarter than any algorithm. Trees aren't just passive plants, they're active players in a global network, and you're wired to be part of it. Whether you're pitching to VCs, editing your next video, or brainstorming a new venture, the intelligence of the forest is waiting to guide you. It's not about escaping your grind. It's about supercharging it with a wisdom that's been tested for millennia. So next time you're out in a park or passing a lone tree on a city street, pause. That tree might just have the answer to your next big move.
You've hustled through another week, pitching to investors, cranking out content for your YouTube channel, or juggling freelance gigs that keep your bank account afloat, but your mind racing. As an entrepreneur in your 20s or 30s, you know the grind, endless emails, late-night brainstorms, and that nagging feeling that there's more to life than spreadsheets and social media metrics. What if I told you the key to unlocking your next breakthrough isn't in another productivity app, but right outside in the nearest park or forest? We're talking about tapping into nature's own intelligence network, a system that's been innovating longer than any startup. Deep in the woods of British Columbia, forest ecologist Suzanne Simard blew the lid off how trees really work. She discovered the Wood Wide Web, a vast underground network of fungal threads connecting every plant in the ecosystem. These microscopic filaments, finer than hair, create a biological superhighway where trees swap resources like savvy business partners. A towering Douglas fir, dubbed a mother tree, shares nutrients with seedlings, and in return, evergreens send back sugars when the big guys need a boost. It's not charity, it's a reciprocal economy that puts our human markets to shame. But here's the real mind-bender. Trees don't just trade goods, they communicate intelligence. When bugs attack one tree, it releases chemical alerts through the fungi, tipping off neighbors to ramp up defenses. In Africa, acacia trees do this so fast that giraffes skip to upwind spots to avoid the bitter leaves. Scientists have even recorded plants' ultrasonic pops. Thirsty tomatoes sound different from damaged ones. This validates what Native American tribes and indigenous cultures have known forever. Forests are conscious, communicating entities. As a content creator battling creative blocks or a startup founder navigating market shifts, imagine accessing this collaborative wisdom. Your body is designed for it, sharing the same electromagnetic frequencies and chemical sensitivities as these ancient networks. Japanese studies on forest bathing show phytosides from trees supercharge your immune system, drop cortisol, and improve heart rate variability. Urban life, with its concrete barriers and Wi-Fi noise, has cut us off, but you can reconnect and harness this for your hustle. Now, let's get practical with Thoth's tree talk method, a step-by-step way to plug into this forest intelligence. It's not mystical fluff, it's science-backed techniques to sync your bioelectric field with nature's. Start by heading to a forest or even a quiet park. Think Central Park in New York or Griffith Park in LA. Resist diving in right away. Pause at the edge for 60 to 90 seconds. This isn't some Zen ritual, it's neurological gold. Your sympathetic nervous system, stuck in fight or flight from traffic and deadlines, needs time to shift to parasympathetic mode. That subtle chest softening, that's your vagus nerve kicking in, changing your heart's rhythm from rigid stress beats to adaptive patterns trees recognize. A stressed vibe triggers tree defenses, closing communication channels. But in calm, you broadcast openness, inviting connection. Next, take 3 deep belly breaths, exhaling longer than inhaling, to trigger the relaxation response. Studies show this creates coherent electromagnetic waves extending feet from your body, your entry ticket to the forest's pulses. Before stepping closer, set a clear intention, silently or aloud. I'm here to learn, or show me clarity for my next project. This isn't woo-woo, it's prefrontal cortex magic, reshaping your biofield to align with your goal. Researchers have measured how focused intent alters electromagnetic patterns, prepping you for resonance. Don't overthink picking a tree. Let bioelectric pull guide you. Walk slowly. Some trees feel welcoming, others neutral. This is your nervous system detecting compatibility. Oaks offer grounding for big life pivots, like launching a venture. Willows help with emotional flow during heartbreak or burnout. Pines cut through mental fog for decision-making. Once chosen, approach gently and press your palm to the bark. 17,000 nerve endings make it a prime receiver. The bark pulses with the tree's energy, creating a direct link. What happens next? Responses vary, but expect emotional shifts, anxiety easing, warmth spreading, or gentle pulses. These are real bioelectric feedbacks, your system processing signals from a slower, ancient rhythm. If nothing clicks at first, blame urban interference. Cell towers and Wi-Fi create static, dulling sensitivity. Practice builds pathways like training for a marathon. Over time, you'll tune in sharper, turning sessions into profound insights. Amp it up by syncing your heart coherence. Place one hand on the tree, the other on your chest, breathing in 5-second rhythms. Heart Math Institute research shows your heart's field, 60 times stronger than your brain's, organizes into smooth waves, enhancing intuition. The tree's stable biofield entrains yours, like a mentor steadying your startup nerves. Dr. Masaru Hayashi's work confirms forest time boosts alpha waves for relaxed awareness, shortcutting hours of meditation. Trees become mirrors, reflecting your inner world without judgment. That gnarled trunk might reveal your rigidity as brittle armor, not strength. Neuroscience explains, nature quiets rumination, letting suppressed emotions surface. A client, a landscape architect, solved a design puzzle after syncing with an oak, intuition flowing like water. For you, this diffused mode thinking sparks breakthroughs, the tree amplifying ecosystem data via fungal links. Finally, manifestation. Trees amplify authentic emotions to shape reality. Don't broadcast lack, feel the fulfillment of your goal, relief from a funded pitch or viral content joy. Dean Radin's quantum research shows intent influences outcomes. Trees boost this as co-creators. A business crisis resolved in 36 hours for one practitioner. Start small, build authenticity. The tree's feedback ensures you're genuine. As a freelancer or founder, this turns intentions into results, blending ancient wisdom with your modern drive.
You're a 30-something entrepreneur in San Francisco, juggling investor meetings and late-night coding sessions, or maybe a content creator in Austin burning out on crafting the perfect Instagram reel. Life's a whirlwind, and despite your hustle, you feel stuck, creatively, emotionally, or just plain drained. You've tried meditation apps, coffee runs, and motivational podcasts, but what if the real breakthrough is waiting in a city park or a nearby forest? Thoth's Tree Talk method isn't just about hugging trees. It's about tapping into a natural intelligence that's been solving problems longer than any startup. The proof? Real people like you, freelancers, founders, creatives who've used this method to transform their lives. Their stories aren't just feel-good anecdotes, they're evidence of how syncing with nature's rhythms can unlock clarity, resilience, and even game-changing solutions for your grind. Take Sarah, an environmental lawyer in her late 20s whose anxiety was a constant shadow. Deadlines, court cases, and urban noise had her cortisol levels spiking, her sleep wrecked, and her brain stuck in overdrive. Traditional therapy helped, but it wasn't enough. Then she started practicing the tree talk method with an old fig tree in her neighborhood park in Seattle. For 3 months, she'd spend 20 minutes a day syncing her heart rhythm with the tree, following the method's steps, pausing, breathing deeply, and connecting with intention. At first, it felt odd, but soon she noticed a shift, a deep calm washing over her, like the tree was teaching her nervous system a slower, steadier tempo. Her doctor was stunned. Saliva tests showed her cortisol dropped by 60%, and fMRI scans revealed her amygdala, the brain's fear center, was less reactive, mirroring changes seen in seasoned meditators. Sarah didn't just find peace, she rewired her brain, proving nature's power to heal mental health struggles common among high achievers like you. Then there's Marcus, a Chicago-based entrepreneur whose sustainable clothing startup was teetering on bankruptcy. Market research and consultants offered no clear path, just the same dead-end numbers he'd crunched 100 times. Out of desperation, he tried the tree talk method with an oak behind his warehouse. During his sessions, he didn't ask for a business plan, he simply connected, letting the tree's ancient rhythm guide his intuition. What emerged wasn't a spreadsheet, it was a revelation. The oak's interconnected roots mirrored his supply chain issues, showing him that he was fighting nature's flow instead of working with it. Against all logic, Marcus partnered with indigenous textile cooperatives, a move that seemed risky, higher costs, complex logistics. But within 8 months, his brand's authentic story resonated with consumers, boosting revenue by 300%. Marcus tapped into what cognitive scientists call diffuse mode thinking, the relaxed state where breakthroughs happen, like when you get your best ideas in the shower. The tree didn't just save his business, it rewired how he approached problems. Elena, a painter in her early 30s from Portland, hit a creative wall that lasted 18 months. Her canvases stayed blank, her confidence tanked, and galleries stopped calling. Feeling lost, she started connecting with a willow tree near her studio, drawn to its fluid branches. Using the tree talk method, she'd place her hand on the bark, syncing her breath and heart to the tree's rhythm. After weeks, something shifted. She began painting again, capturing the willow's graceful adaptability in vibrant strokes. Her new series wasn't just art, it radiated a calming energy that left gallery visitors feeling centered. Critics raved, and her work sold out. Elena's story shows how trees can unblock creativity, a lifeline for content creators like you who need fresh ideas to stand out in a crowded digital space. The willow didn't give her answers, it mirrored her potential, helping her rediscover her flow. David, a tech dad in his late 30s, faced a different challenge. His teenage daughter's rebellion was tearing their relationship apart. Yelling matches and slammed doors had replaced their once close bond. Parenting books failed him. So he turned to a maple tree in his backyard, practicing the tree talk method. As he synced with the tree's steady cycles, he learned patience, not the forced kind, but a deep trust in life's rhythms, like the maple's acceptance of autumn's losses. Instead of fighting his daughter's changes, David offered steady support, letting her grow at her own pace. Their bond healed, not through arguments, but through presence. For you, balancing work and personal life, this is a reminder that nature's wisdom can guide even the messiest human connections. What ties these stories together? A few key patterns. First, these folks came to the method with real problems: anxiety, failing businesses, creative blocks, family strife, not just curiosity. They were open to unexpected guidance, like Marcus trusting a risky partnership or Elena embracing a new artistic style. Most crucially, they acted on the insights they gained. Trees don't hand you solutions on a silver platter, they amplify your intuition, but you've got to take the leap. Environmental psychology backs this up. Nature boosts creative problem-solving by 40% compared to indoor settings, reducing mental rigidity. For you, grinding through pitches or content plans, this means trees can unlock perspectives your analytical mind misses. The neurological benefits are real and measurable. Heart rate variability improves, stress hormones drop, and brainwave coherence increases, per studies like those from the HeartMath Institute. Your prefrontal cortex lights up, while the overactive limbic system, your stress engine, cools off. This isn't just relaxation, it's a brain state primed for insight, like when you solve a problem after a long walk. Beyond the science, practitioners report synchronicities, happy coincidences that feel too perfect. Sarah met a neurologist researching anxiety just as her symptoms eased, Marcus stumbled into a key contact at a random conference. These aren't flukes. They're your brain tuning in to nature's broader intelligence, sharpening your gut instincts for business or creative calls. The bigger picture? This practice rewires how you live. Sarah didn't just calm her anxiety, she felt at home in her body for the first time in years. Marcus didn't just save his company, he aligned it with sustainable values, resonating with today's eco-conscious consumers. Elena and David found purpose beyond their immediate wins, living with a deeper sense of connection. For you, a startup founder, freelancer, or creator, this isn't about escaping the hustle. It's about leveling up. Syncing with trees reconnects you to a wisdom older than any algorithm, helping you make decisions that feel authentic, not forced. You start seeing your work and life as part of a larger ecosystem, choosing partners and projects that align with your values, not just your wallet. In a world of endless notifications and urban noise, this practice is your edge. It's not about ditching your laptop for a cabin in the woods, it's about bringing nature's clarity into your daily grind. Whether you're pitching to VCs, editing your next video, or parenting through chaos, the trees are waiting to be your co-founder, your muse, your guide. All it takes is a few minutes, an open mind, and a willingness to act on what you learn. Ready to tap into this ancient network? Your next big breakthrough might be growing right outside.
As you hustle through your days, crafting content in a Brooklyn loft, pitching startups in Silicon Valley, or freelancing from a coffee shop in Austin, there's a quiet intelligence waiting to join your journey. Thoth's Tree Talk method isn't just a one-off exercise. It's an invitation to a lifelong conversation with nature's wisdom. You're not separate from the forest, you're part of its vast network, wired to sync with its rhythms. Sarah, the lawyer, who tamed her anxiety, noticed a hawk circling above her commute, guiding her through big decisions. Marcus, the entrepreneur, saw his office fern droop before market dips, a natural heads-up. These aren't coincidences, they're proof of an ongoing ecological dialogue. Neuroscience backs this. Regular nature connection boosts your brain's spatial awareness and intuition, making you sharper in boardrooms or creative slumps. For you, the 20 or 30-something go-getter, this means better decisions, stronger relationships, and a life aligned with purpose. Imagine a future where your startup thrives by collaborating with nature, not exploiting it. Cities designed with ecosystems, not against them. You're not just the creator or founder, you're a caretaker of this living web. Keep practicing. A quick pause by a tree, a moment with a houseplant. It's your edge in the grind. Love this? Drop "I understood it" in the comments, subscribe, and join our community to keep this conversation alive.